If you ever hear 3 knocks on your front door at exactly 3 a.m., don't answer, because whatever is outside isn't human. I never believed in ghost stories. Growing up in a small town in northern Oregon, I always laughed whenever someone talked about haunted houses or cursed places. Every strange noise had an explanation. Every shadow was just bad lighting. Every ghost story was simply someone's imagination. At least, that's what I believed, until the night I heard the last knock. My name is Ethan Brooks. I'm 28 years old, and I work as a freelance photographer. My job takes me to abandoned buildings, forgotten churches, old hospitals, and places most people are too afraid to visit. The more dangerous the location, the better the photographs. One rainy October evening, I received an email from an anonymous sender. There was no greeting, no signature, just one sentence. If you want the photograph that will change your career forever, visit Blackwood House before midnight. Attached was an old picture of a massive Victorian mansion hidden deep inside a forest. I had never heard of Blackwood House. Curious, I searched online. Almost nothing appeared. Only one old newspaper article from 1987. According to the report, an entire family disappeared from that house. Parents, 2 children, even their dog. No bodies were ever found. The police searched for weeks. Nothing. The case was never solved. Most people would have deleted the email. Instead, I packed my camera. That decision still haunts me. The drive took almost 4 hours. The farther I drove, the darker the sky became. Rain hammered against the windshield while thick fog slowly swallowed the road. Around 11:30, I reached a tiny town with only a few houses. Everything looked abandoned. Not a single person was outside. Finally, I spotted a small gas station. Inside, an old woman sat behind the counter reading a newspaper. Before leaving, she handed me a small silver cross. "Keep this with you." I laughed nervously. "I'm not religious." "You don't have to be." I thanked her anyway and placed the cross in my pocket. At exactly 11:58 p.m., I arrived. Blackwood House stood alone at the end of a long dirt road. Its windows looked like empty eyes staring into the darkness. The front gate was already open. That should have been my first warning. No wind, no birds, no insects, just silence. Complete, unnatural silence. I grabbed my flashlight and camera and stepped inside. The wooden floor groaned beneath every step. Dust covered everything. Broken furniture filled the hallway. Family portraits hung crooked on the walls. But something felt wrong. Every person in every photograph had their eyes scratched out. Every single one. A cold chill crawled down my spine. Someone had done this intentionally. Then, my camera clicked. I frowned. I hadn't touched the shutter. Clicked again. Flash. The bright light briefly illuminated the hallway. For less than a second, I saw someone standing behind me. I spun around. Nothing. Only darkness. My breathing became heavier. "It's just stress," I whispered. I wasn't convincing myself anymore. The deeper I walked into the mansion, the colder the air became. Soon my breath became visible. Every room looked untouched for decades, until I reached the dining room. The table was set. 8 plates, 8 glasses, fresh food, steam still rising, as if dinner had just been served. But the room was empty. Then, a chair moved, slowly, on its own. The scraping sound echoed through the house. I ran. I reached the second floor. The hallway stretched farther than it should have. I clearly remembered the house from outside. There wasn't enough space for a hallway this long. The walls seemed to move. The doors kept changing places. Every time I looked back, the staircase disappeared. I was trapped. Then I heard it. Knock, knock, knock. 3 slow knocks, coming from the last room. Every instinct told me to run. Instead, I opened the door. Inside stood a little girl, maybe 8 years old. She wore an old white dress stained with dirt. Her long black hair covered her face. Without looking at me, she whispered, "He's behind you." I didn't turn around. Every horror movie teaches you that. Don't look. But then, I felt warm breath against my neck. Someone whispered, "You looked." I turned. Nothing. When I faced the girl again, she was gone. Only tiny wet footprints remained on the floor, leading toward the attic. Against every ounce of common sense, I followed them. The attic door creaked open by itself. Inside were hundreds of old photographs hanging from strings. Every single photo showed someone standing outside Blackwood House. Tourists, police officers, urban explorers, photographers. Then I found one taken only seconds earlier. It was me, standing in the attic, looking directly at the camera. But I had never posed for it. Behind me, something impossibly tall smiled into the lens. Its mouth stretched far beyond a human face. Its eyes were completely black, and its fingers reached almost to the floor. My flashlight died. Darkness swallowed everything. Then I heard footsteps. Slow, heavy, getting closer, closer, closer. Couldn't breathe. I pulled out my phone. No signal. Only one notification appeared on the screen. Don't let it see your eyes. I shut my eyes immediately. The footsteps stopped inches away. I could hear breathing. Not human breathing. Something wet. Something hungry. It circled around me for what felt like forever. Then, silence. I slowly opened my eyes. The attic was empty, except for one thing. The silver cross. It had turned completely black. I sprinted downstairs. The front door was finally in sight. I grabbed the handle. Locked. I pulled harder. Still locked. Behind me, 3 knocks echoed through the hallway. Knock, knock, knock. The lights throughout the mansion flickered on. Every portrait now had eyes, and every pair of eyes was staring directly at me. The walls began whispering my name. Ethan, Ethan, Ethan. The voices grew louder until I couldn't hear my own thoughts. I slammed my shoulder into the front door. Once, twice, a third time, the old wood shattered. I fell into the muddy yard. I never looked back. Not once. The police searched the mansion the next morning. They found no photographs, no dining table, no attic, nothing unusual. According to them, the house had been empty for over 50 years. They assumed I suffered hallucinations. Maybe they were right. Maybe. But when I returned home, I copied the photos from my camera. Most were normal, until I reached the final image. It showed me running out of Blackwood House. Behind the upstairs window, the little girl was waving goodbye, and standing beside her was someone smiling, a smile that wasn't there when I left. I deleted the picture, came back. I destroyed the memory card. The image appeared on my computer. I threw the camera into a river. The next morning, it was sitting on my desk, fully charged, with one new photograph, picture of my own house, taken from outside my bedroom window. The timestamp read 3 a.m. I was asleep inside, which means someone else took the picture. So if you ever wake up at exactly 3 in the morning and hear 3 slow knocks on your front door, don't answer, because once you do, the next photograph will be yours.